Welcome to today's edition of Corporate Learning Dialogues, a YouTube channel program sponsored by Unicamia. Unicamia is an organization based in Madrid, Spain, dedicated to professional development in business management. Today, we have the fortune of having Cathy Martin and Laurie Dawkins as our guests. They are founders of Workplace Talent Solutions, a company dedicated to, and I quote, solve human resource entry-level employee challenges like retention and engagement by building onboarding systems and training programs that create a dedicated, engaged workforce. If you notice, the key word here is engagement of your people. Cathy Martin is a partner and director of operations. She has worked with adult education for over 10 years. She's dedicated to equipping others with education and training they need to succeed and grow, especially those who face barriers. And listen to the key words here: succeed and grow. And that's what they have in their background logo. Cathy has a degree in teaching English as English to speakers of other languages, and has taught English as a second language since the start of her career, both in the community and in the corporate environment. Laurie Dawkins, partner and business developer, has over 30 years of professional experience in the fields of adult education and business. At the heart of what she does is the desire to see people learn, grow, advance in their careers using their gifts and strengths. She believes that lifelong learning is the key to career advancement, both personally and for others. Look at another key word here: lifelong learning, which is one of the things, that we are in that business. Unicamia is, and Workplace Talent Solution is. So let me first begin, Cathy or Laurie, and you'll switch as we go along. Would you provide some background information as to what motivated you to create Workplace Talent Solutions?
Sure, yes. I started Workplace Talent Solutions in 2019. And in my previous work, I worked at a nonprofit teaching English as a second language. And I had the opportunity to teach on site at different companies. And one thing that I noticed was that there were a lot of my students, employees at the company, who came from other countries and who had advanced degrees from their home countries. And yet they were in positions where they were just packing boxes or doing other very low-skilled jobs. And that really bothered me because I knew they were capable of so much more. And at the same time, I noticed that companies were looking for people to fill supervisory roles or other higher skilled roles, and they would hire from outside the company. So I started Workplace Talent Solution as a way to kind of bridge that gap and to provide employers with a way of developing their entry-level employees so that those employees were equipped with the skills they needed to move into those higher skilled and higher paying jobs. So both Laurie and I share a heart for individuals who are working in entry-level positions and are having trouble moving into higher positions because of barriers that they face, specifically around their skills, basic skills. Sometimes it's English as a second language. Sometimes it's a lack of writing skills. Sometimes it's math skills that they have forgotten over the years. So different basic skills that are keeping them from moving forward in their careers. And really the mission of Workplace Talent Solutions is to see every employee reach their full potential.
Wow, thank you. So, but it seems to me that this is not only entry level in an organization, in a company. This seems like entry level into the country as well. Like getting ready to incorporate yourself into this society.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the most significant challenges that you face at both ends? The management side of the corporations, those who hire you to do retention and engagement, that the corporations that you serve, and the entry-level employees.
Well, I'll take that question. So employers are really, they're desperately seeking and struggling to find motivated and skilled labor. And so that's on the management side of it. On the entry-level employee side of it, they definitely want more work-life balance and autonomy, and are really being more selective about where they choose to work. So you have, again, on that management side, you have that struggle to find motivated and skilled labor. And then on the entry-level worker side, they're being more selective about where they want to work. And they're looking at employers and saying, are you going to be willing to give me that work-life balance that I want? So what we're finding is that employers who demonstrate greater flexibility will most likely attract those stronger candidates to fill those open positions. So that's what we're seeing as far as the challenges on both ends.
Oh, great. Could you tell us about the role of digital technology in accomplishing the mission of workplace talent solutions?
Sure. I would say, digital technology plays a significant role in what we do. I mean, for starters, the way that we've reached our potential clients and our existing clients is through digital platforms such as social media, email marketing, webinars, things like that. So digital technology plays a role in that. But also, I think, we work towards developing basic skills in employees, and more digital literacy has become part of that. In the past, maybe not as much, but employers are really using more and more digital technology to manage different parts of the company. And so it's required of employees to learn that as well. And I think too, most of what we do, we offer our training on-site and in person, which we know is most effective for basic skills development. But since the pandemic, a lot of companies are looking for virtual options. So we're constantly looking at our training and what we offer, and looking at ways that we can offer that in more of a virtual platform. So it definitely plays a significant role in accomplishing our mission.
Great. Well, by the way, we at the Penn State Berks Launchbox, we used to offer a 3D printing workshop for, but we used to offer it in English and in Spanish, two versions. And then turns out that we got individuals from both populations. So we finally ended up just doing it in English, and then just having bilingual people take care of the students. But that's one of the skills that I presume employers expect. The next question is technology a barrier for individuals who are at the entry level? If so, how do you manage that?
Yeah, it's like I said in the last question, it's becoming more and more of an issue. I think digital technology plays a role in even those entry-level positions. For example, a lot of employees need to know how to run machines, and those machines are becoming more and more digital in nature rather than, manual things that they can adjust. And then also they have to be able to, make spreadsheets, write reports, send emails, and all of those things are digital skills. And then, of course, companies are moving more and more into these digital HR management systems. So even payroll and, checking how many vacation days you have left and things like that are all done through a digital platform. So really employees, even in the entry-level positions, are being required to understand these digital skills. So I think, there's some employees who maybe have limited basic skills because they didn't, finish their education here in the States, or maybe they had limited education in their home country. They may struggle with digital literacy in the workplace. But I think also it's a generational challenge as well. There's a lot of older employees who were not quite ready to retire, but they're very skilled in their jobs. They have a lot of technical knowledge around their jobs, but suddenly they're handed, for example, this HR system. And now when they want to check their vacation days, they're supposed to log into this system and find it. And that's becoming very overwhelming for this older population of employees. So Workplace Talent Solutions, we offer training for digital literacy as well. And we can go help a company to train their employees how to access the information that they need, and how to use the systems and the programs that the companies have put into place. Because sometimes it's just a matter of, giving some support to the employees till they understand how to access what they need to. We also offer training around like writing professional emails, which is definitely something that is needed, and we can provide help with Microsoft applications, using Excel, using Word, using Outlook, things like that, because those all are part of the digital skills that are required now of even the entry-level employees.
Great. Well, thank you. So the next question is, how do you envision the future of talent development as a business? As a business.
We're finding talent development is an evolving business strategy that's really playing a more significant role in the company's growth and expansion. So we're finding that companies who take talent development seriously will definitely achieve greater success with employee retention, recruitment, and engagement. Our goal at Workplace Talent Solutions is to really educate employers on the value of developing talent and how it contributes to business growth and success. We believe that there is a promising future in this field of talent development. And however, one of the greatest challenges is many businesses are still operating under old mindsets. They're looking just for individuals to come in, or warm bodies, as we say, and they're not really looking at the future growth of those employees, which individuals, as I mentioned earlier in a prior question, they're looking for work-life balance. They're looking for what opportunities companies can offer them. But we are really working diligently to help companies understand that investing in talent development definitely pays off in the long run. And they'll see immediate benefits by increased productivity, reduced waste, better decision-making, problem solving, improved retention, and employee engagement. So again, we're trying to, as the future of talent development, we're really trying to help employers understand that this is really an investment that they need to make for the future growth of both their companies and their employees.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you have the combination of entrepreneurs, business owners, talent developers, and also, as we chatted a bit at the beginning, you have a family to take care of. What is it like to navigate through all these roles?
Well, it can be challenging, but what we really try to focus on is listening to each person's perspective, and then do our best to find solutions that meets the needs of all stakeholders. So each person in that role of entrepreneur, business owner, talent developer, they're all going to solve problems differently and address challenges within the business differently. So our goal is to really, as I said earlier, is to listen and gather all the different perspectives and meet with them and talk about what would be the best solution to meet the needs for everyone.
Great. So I get the impression that from listening to you and listening to the passion that you put into your jobs, that this is your dream job for you, for both of you. You know, this is where where you want it to be. How do you see your business escalating to a bigger dimension? You know, like one of the things that I admire about business in the US is the ability to escalate to a larger business. I mean, if you look at all these companies like Amazon, Google, they came from, you know, tiny companies that in a term of 20 years they grew up to being what they are today. You know, the largest corporations. So what is Workplace Talent Solutions going to be in 20, 30 years? This is an open question.
Yeah, it is, but it's a good question. We've had conversations about this, as a matter of fact.
Oh, great. So
yeah, we have big dreams, of course. I mean, right now we've been focusing primarily on local companies and reaching, you know, the companies that are right around us. But like you said, there's a potential to grow into, you know, a national service for companies across the US, because we know that the challenges we're addressing in Berks County and Lancaster County, those challenges are not limited to our area. They are across the country. And there's so many companies who are struggling to know how to utilize employees that they have who have limited basic skills. Especially, I think that, you know, English as a second language is a piece that is not being addressed in the setting of the companies, right? There are adult education programs, but as far as, you know, training provided to employees in a company, that's not really, we haven't really found it too much, you know? So I think there's potential to grow into that. It's just, you know, we got to get there. We're, like I said, we started local, but we've got big dreams.
We do.
One of the things that in all the conversations that I used to be in Reading regarding city development and development of Berks County, there were a lot of people that would point to Lancaster County and Lancaster as a city as a benchmark. You know, you got to do what, you know, what Lancaster County is doing, or what Lancaster as a city is doing to be able to develop. So how do you see the rivalry between Lancaster and Reading? And we're moving away from the focus of the conversation, but I know that, as you mentioned, English as a second language is an issue in both places.
It's interesting you should bring up Lancaster County. I was actually at their Chambers Consortium meeting yesterday, and they shared their strategic plan for the next 4 years. And one of their strategies is to really address this issue of diversity, equity, and inclusion. They have always been a very welcoming county or city as far as refugees and immigrants. So they've embraced that population and look for ways to actually help people move forward in life. But the one thing that we haven't really talked a whole lot about in this conversation, but I'll bring it up now, is that a lot of what we're doing within the workplace, we're talking about cultural competency. So as these changes within the United States, Berks County, Lancaster County, locally and nationally are taking place, that the demographics are changing, we're bringing about, we're opening up a conversation about cultural competency. And so that's one of the areas that we're focusing on, because we understand how critical it is for people to feel included, to feel comfortable in their work environment. And I think Lancaster County has done a better job. I'll just say that, has done a better job. But that's one of the roles that I think Workplace Talent Solutions can play here in Berks County. We can actually help companies embrace a diverse population and then teach them or help them understand the ways to embrace different cultures and work within different cultures, so that people from all walks of life who come into these companies can really feel part of that business family. So,
well, thank you. I think that there's an opportunity to grow in that direction of cultural development. I mean, there's a layer of English as a second language, then there's a second layer, which is culture, which is probably very important. I mean, I can say that, as an international faculty at Penn State, that I did clash with some of the ways people did business on an everyday basis. But that's an opportunity to grow, and well, this is a nice closing to our conversation. And I, on behalf of Unicamia and myself, I want to thank Laurie and Cathy for, I'm saying in that order because on my screen I have Laurie first and then Cathy second, but there's no order here. Though I use alphabetical order, so Cathy should go first. Anyways, so
no worries.
It is a real pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. And I like to wish you every success in your business. And so all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Paul.
Bye-bye.
Bye.